welcome to Consultants Corner. I'm Rebecca Brizi. This is my corner. I am a consultant. Many years ago, I was in a conversation with somebody who worked back office at a very large law firm. And she happened to mention, sort of in passing, that they had a hiring policy that meant they only hired from the top 5 law schools every single year. What a strange policy. What a strange way to hire people. Doesn't seem to me like that alone tells you anything about somebody's working practices, preferences, attitude, ability. Yes, I get that they went to a selective law school, but there are different talents and different skills in everybody. Competencies, professionalism, moods, personality, all the things that go into making a working place good and finding that balance when you bring all these people together. Go outside of your standard circles when you're hiring people. There are a lot of different things you can look at to determine whether somebody is really just a cookie cutter version of you, or are they going to bring something a bit new and different? It's little things a lot of the time. Did they go to not just maybe a different school, but a whole different school type or school system? If you've hired a lot of people out of state schools in the Southeast, hire somebody from a liberal arts college in the Northwest. If you've hired a lot of people with similar majors in their background or studies, hire somebody who studied something completely different. Look at people with different hobbies and interests. Yes, in an interview, if you find a hobby that you have in common with a candidate, that can make for a great and fun conversation. But are you really then just hiring somebody who happens to have an interest similar to yours? Have you considered whether they are the right person for the job and the working environment? Hire somebody who does something you have no interest in, or have never done, or maybe have never even heard of. It means that for part of their time throughout their day, week, or month, they are dedicating their brain power to something completely different. That's going to bring a new perspective or a different way of thinking to your workplace. Hire somebody with a bizarre accent. Hire somebody who doesn't sound like you or anybody else in your office even. They are at the very least from a different region in the same country, but more likely from a whole other country. And your native tongue is their second, at least, language, which means that they're bringing with them a whole lot of things that you don't know and don't have access to if you do not speak that original language. Thousands and thousands and thousands of words. All of the literature ever written in that language. All of the news publications, all of the movies, and so on and so on. No, I'm not suggesting that they have actually read or seen all of those things. The point is that there's a lot going on in their life that you don't have access to. That is all new perspective that they can bring to the workplace. Look for people who have had a different life experience. They will have confronted situations that you have never confronted. They will have lived through situations you've never lived through, and therefore will have a whole lot in their background that will inform the way they think and act and even their gut and instinct in a way that is not already represented in your workplace. I always say when hiring, there are some must-haves, and then there's a lot that can be taught on the job. Know what those must-haves are, but make sure that they are not describing just a mini or new version of yourself. Those must-haves are things like priorities, work ethic, what motivates them. But when you look at everything else, allow for a lot of flexibility, allow for a lot of breadth. Surround yourself with people who look at the world in a different way, and it's going to allow for more perspectives, more ideas, and a broader discussion. Maintain a good balance in the team that you're building. Don't be afraid to bring in new and different elements. And with the team you have currently, take a look at who is there and try to focus on what makes everybody different. So often we're looking at what brings us together, what allows us to collaborate, but don't forget to make part of that also what makes everybody unique within that workplace, and allow them to be that person and to use that side of their life or background or experience or mentality. Make yours the workplace where all different sorts of people can come to be successful. That's something that you want associated with your name. Think about how that might inform your end of year activities. Are you doing a company meeting or retreat at the end of the year or maybe early next year? Find a way to celebrate the differences and what makes them meld together really well. I'll see you as always next week for our next video. Bye now.